Okay, we now welcome on another special guest. He's played with the U.S. Youth National Team at pretty much every level possible for his age. He signed a homegrown contract with the Dynamo last year, and he's now on loan at the Charlotte Independence. It is Marcelo Palomino. Thanks for joining the show today, Marcelo.
I appreciate it. How you guys doing?
Doing great. All right. So before we get into the interview part, we like to start off with some quick hitting questions, just like 1 or 2 word rapid fire, quick answers. All right. So the first one, Android or Apple?
Apple. Come on. I told you I was on my Mac for this one.
Yeah, facts. You did. And we already answered this one, but I got it here. PlayStation or Xbox? Your team PlayStation?
PlayStation. I'm a little bit of a gamer, so I just got into I play on PC now when I play COD. But
did you build one?
What's up?
You build a PC or did you buy like a crazy one?
I was looking into one, but for the first one, I just wanted to, start playing and stuff. But
gotcha.
Maybe in the future.
Apples or bananas?
Ooh, I'll tell you what, the yellow apples are something else. Green apples are kind of good, sometimes really sour. I'm not a fan of the red apples too much. But I mean, I have bananas like everywhere. I can't.
You gotta have bananas.
Yellow apple.
Yellow apple. All right. Favorite athlete of all time? Could be any sport, not just soccer.
Favorite athlete of all time. That's a tough one. I'll probably go with the soccer player, and someone that inspires me a lot is Ronaldinho. I mean, I don't really have to say too much about him. Everyone knows him, but how he's able to play always with a smile on his face, and the stuff he does is just different. And he puts a smile on everyone else's face when you watch him. So it probably had to be Ronaldinho for me.
All right. What is your favorite national team trip that you've taken?
Favorite national team trip? Oh, that's a good one. I'd say our third camp of my cycle, it was in the U14. We went to Madrid, and Madrid is my favorite team at the club level, and we saw them play against Atletico. Unfortunately, that game they lost 4-0, but I got to watch Cristiano Ronaldo play live, and I mean, obviously, he's one of the GOATs of the game. So that was probably one of my favorite trips.
Who'd you guys play against on that trip? Spain?
We played against Real Madrid. We won 2-0, 2 goals from Ulises Llanes. And then we played like a local team in Madrid. I'm not too sure who it was again. And then can't remember too well. That's a while ago. Can't remember too well who the other team was. But no, we didn't play any other national teams or anything like that. But playing Real Madrid also made that experience super cool.
Any notable guys playing on that Real Madrid Academy team that are
that I know
big
of.
names?
Yeah.
So that kind of leads in my next one. Who is the best player that you've ever played with and against?
I've been asked this a couple times, and it's hard to say.
You could just say yourself.
Nah.
Nah, not allowed.
That'd make it a little weird, right?
Yeah.
Best player or best person I played with myself. Pause.
Yeah, what? That's a big pause.
No, best player I've played with. I'll probably start off with against.
All right.
I think off the top of my head, it's probably Curtis Jones from England.
Better than Bukayo Saka?
I didn't play against Saka.
Yes, you did, bro. No. Yes, you did. I know you did. Yeah, because I watched the video. It was your U15 or 16 national team against England. You scored in the game, and so did he.
No shot.
I swear to God, bro. Look it up.
No
I swear to God.
Let's pull it up.
Wow.
Pull it up, Will.
I swear to God, bro. I'm going to find this.
I know what goal it is, though, where, like, the guy came sliding. I think he's still sliding, actually. But
Marcelo.
The guy came sliding and cut back, and then, yeah. Wow, Saka scored. That's crazy.
He did.
I know that.
I'm trying to find this here.
And that's a tough one. He's such a good
U16
player.
boys national team against England, February 19th, 2016. Can I screen share this?
Yeah, do it.
I don't know how to do that. You got to take my word for it, but
I believe you.
Damn, I can't believe it. Because I was like, I just like looked up your name on YouTube and it was like one of the things that came up. But I saw so damn, that's crazy. Yeah, he must have not been that big of a name back then. But that's crazy.
I guess not. I mean, to be honest, from that game, and we played England actually a lot of times. I think they're probably the national team that we played the most. We just so happened to play them like, every European camp that we went to. But Curtis Jones was always there, and I mean, he's the size he is right now was the size he was like, a few years back. And I mean, he just like, I remember the first time we played them too. He was it was like one of our first trips, to Europe. No one was wearing studs. We're in England. It's raining like, 24/7. And we're all slipping and sliding. And, the England players, they all have their, their high metal studs and all that. And it was just such a bad game for us. But he made a couple players slip because of that. And probably because just he was filthy on the ball. But he stood out to me the most for sure. And then I think I remember the goal that Saka scored. I didn't know it was him, but it was
the fourth
side,
one.
Right?
Left side, like right back across. The goalie was kind of planted.
Yeah.
It went bottom corner. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was the last one.
That's cool to know. I'm gonna have to go watch that again.
Yeah, I'll send it to you after this.
Cool.
All right, I gotta get player with best player I played with.
Oh,
best player I played with. Man, I played.
You can name two. I'll give you two. You can name two good ones. I'll let you off with that.
When I first started training with the Dynamo first team, we had a Vicente Sanchez, and I mean he was already at the end of his career, but you could just see like that guy was quality. I mean that left foot, he was something else. He was nasty. He was real nasty on the ball.
No love for Nate Harriel.
Nate, that's my guy. I was on your Instagram and I saw him complaining about his pace.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, no, he's a quick guy. He's a quick guy. I don't know about 80 pace, but yeah. No.
Are you faster than him though?
Nah, no shot. No shot. Another man, I play with too many good guys. It's hard to say. I'd say Vicente Sanchez, and then I mean, obviously, right now or back at Dynamo, I'm playing with Darwin Quintero, who, he's done a lot of good things, and he's also does some crazy things where you're just kind of like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But, probably them two, and then from the national team, if you let me split it up, from the national team, I'd say when I was at residency, obviously, like at that time, Josh Sargent and Andrew Carlton were like, they were nasty. And I remember at that time, like, just being like, damn, like, these guys are filthy. Like, I'm trying to be like them. And then Uli Yanis, I mean, he's a baller. It's too many guys to choose from. I don't know.
It's a good problem to have for us.
Yeah, for sure.
Great problem to have. All right, so my last one here, score of the last game you played against Oco Cinco in FIFA.
Score of the last game?
Yeah. Who wins more out of you two? We'll say that.
We only played once. And
you only played once?
Yeah. He hit me up that night, though, after the game. I beat him 8-2.
8-2?
I'm pretty sure it was 8-2. It was something crazy like that.
I heard he's good.
What was that?
I heard he's pretty good. One of my friends plays against him like quite a bit. I heard he used to be bad and he's gotten better. So you must be pretty good.
Maybe your friend's not that good, but
yeah.
No, I'm messing with you. No, he was decent. I mean, I had Real Madrid and he was playing with like Sociedad or something. So that I also had the upper hand with that. But
Sociedad, that's a weird ass choice for a team.
Yeah, because he had played like 2 or 3 games before that in the same tournament or whatever, and he was just like switching teams. He had already used Barca and Madrid, I think, so he wanted to use someone else. And then, but he hit me up later that night, and he was like, "Yo, you still up?" It was like 11 o'clock, and he was trying to play again. I thought it was funny. He hit me with the "You still up" text at 11 p.m. Like, yeah. I thought that was hilarious, but no, he was saying that he was gonna beat me with Napoli or whatever, but then we never ended up playing again.
Yeah, he's always using Napoli. I see him that guy's on Twitter 24/7. He's always posting shit about Napoli.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
When you play him, were you talking to him? Like in a party?
I was a little bit. I mean, I remember telling him something like he had never been locked up by like a cornerback as much as I did in that game or something. I was just trying to, get in his head, but you know how much smack he's heard in his career, so.
He also dishes it too a lot. At least he does on his Twitter. Yeah, he's talking mad shit.
Yeah, he told me I had to go play the lottery, and I was lucky. It was fun. It was a cool experience.
Wait, was it a tournament?
It was like a yeah, it was weird. It was like a celebrity roulette where like him and then the other one was like Castro. He's a FIFA streamer. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I know him.
They played against just like random people, and the Dynamo like hit me up and asked me if like I wanted to join, and I was like, sure.
So you the best in the Dynamo, like out of that squad? Are you probably the best?
I mean, I'd say so. I still have a few guys to play, but of the guys I've played, yeah, for sure.
So you running weekend league every weekend then?
No, I don't play anymore. That Ocho
No?
Cinco game, I think that was my last game. And even before that, I wasn't playing that much. I used to play a lot of Ultimate Team.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, no, I retired after that. But I used to play a lot of Ultimate Team.
Yeah, I kind of retired too. That game just pisses me off now. They ruined it. There's so many like promos and shit that there's just too many cards. Everybody's team's nasty. A lot to
keep up with.
Yeah, you gotta play 24/7 to have a nice team and to actually win games. So I was like, fuck that.
Speaking about having a nice team, I was lucky enough to one of my teammates hit up some guy. He knew a guy that like worked for EA, and he gave us some cards. Yeah, so like I ended up with Patrick Vieira, Pullet, and R9, the icons.
Yeah.
And then he gave me like Neymar and Mbappe, so it was pretty cool. I was a little disappointed though. I thought R9 was gonna be kind of like a like a cheat code, and
yeah,
he wasn't as amazing as I thought he'd be. But
you didn't get one of those special like 99.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Oh man, I tried to get one, but it's just like a long line of other pros trying to get it. So
what do you have to do to get one of those?
You gotta sell your soul.
Nah, you get. I mean, it seems like it, to be honest, but they make it seem like that. But I think you just like gotta hit up your either your agent or your like your communications person from the team, and then they hit up EA or whatever. But like there's tons and tons of players trying to do it, so it made it kind of hard.
Yeah.
All right, so you played a lot with the U.S. youth national team.
Every single camp that you could have possibly played, right?
When you were traveling, who was your favorite person to room with?
My favorite person to room with, at residency, I lived with Taylor Booth. He was one of my roommates, and me and Taylor, since the very first national team camp, we've been, best friends. He's like a brother to me. Same with Indiana Vasilev. So it's
both
definitely
doing their thing.
One of them too. What's up?
They're both balling.
Oh yeah, they are.
Between them two, that's pretty good selections.
Yeah.
What about Sergio Dust? Did you ever play with him?
When I was at residency, he came a couple times.
He's older than you though, right?
Yeah, just a year. Just a year, yeah. I mean, I saw him and he was. I mean, it goes without saying, right? Like we all see it. He's something else, and he's a cool guy. I got to hang out with him, like just in the little units where we lived and stuff. He's really cool. He's really chill.
Yeah. So residency, where was the residency? Was that down in Florida?
Yeah, in Florida.
The IMG.
Sarasota. Yeah, IMG.
IMG. Oh, so.
And they got rid of that. Do you think that was like a good decision to get rid of it?
What was that?
Would you think it was a good decision to get rid of it? Was it a good experience?
Man, it was cool. It was, I mean, like while you're there, you just kind of like there's a lot of rules and stuff, and being 15, 16, you kind of hate that part. But like looking back at it, I mean, we talk about it sometimes, and like when we connect the guys that were there, we really miss it. And like we had some really really like cool moments and funny moments, and like we always reminisce on them. And it was definitely like I remember when I would go back home to Houston to play like GA Cup or something. My level was, you could tell that I was, training at a high level every day over there, and it showed on the field and stuff. So it was definitely a good experience, and I know I grew a lot as a player. And then it was my first time away from home, so it was definitely it was a good program, and I liked it. So
yeah. So you're training. All it is just like going to class and then training, really. Like, right? Do they have you like on any activities outside of that, or?
Yeah. How do you fill up free time?
Free time, FIFA with the boys. Call of Duty.
That's how I got so good at FIFA.
Yeah, I remember at that time it was like Black Ops. Black
Two?
Ops, was it 3? Black Ops.
Maybe
3?
3.
Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Ops
probably
3.
3.
And yeah, it was PlayStation. They had, oh man, I'll never forget this. We used to play ping pong for cookies, and Indy was really good at it.
It's like
Indiana.
prison. You guys are like
Yeah.
trading like food and like you're in
Oh
prison.
man, I was down like 27 cookies at one point. It was real bad, but yeah, that was probably how we spent most of our time playing ping pong, and they had some activities. IMG is a big school, and like they have a lot of money and stuff, so it wasn't too boring.
Yeah. Were there other like at the school, like IMG, like were you just in class with soccer player, like the national team players that were in residency, or was it an actual school?
No, it was an actual school. Like the football team is huge over there.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had class with the football guys, with the tennis. Actually, I think the football guys went at a different time. So we would go like after 1, and I think they were in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
But there's tennis, there's football, there's basketball, men and women. So you just kind of mixed in with a bunch, and whenever you had your teammates in the class, that was trouble. Especially if you had Matt Hunley, that guy is crazy.
Wait, so you said you would come back and play like GA Cup and stuff like that. So was it like, could you just tell that like, was it super easy for you to come back and play that after training day in, day out with like the best players in the country to go play against, some not as good players? Was it almost like a joke for you? Not a joke, but you know what I mean? Like it was super easy comparatively.
No,
like
I
boys
mean,
against men.
The teams that we play in the GA Cup, they saw the MLS teams, so they also had really good players and whatnot. But the level was definitely definitely a lot different, and it didn't make it easier. You just play a lot quicker, and you're expecting that like residency, level where you got Taylor Booth, Indy. I mean, these guys are in Europe now. Brian Reynolds, you got all those guys. That's just mentioning the 2001s that were there. Obviously, the 2000s, like Josh Sargent, Blaine Ferry, Georgia Costa, all those guys. Like, you're training every day with them. You're trying to win a spot and stuff. And so, like, it was a different level of, like, competitive over there. Mm-hmm. And so you're just kind of expecting that already. And, you're trying to play at that level. And you come back home and you stay at that level. And it just naturally becomes easier.
Yeah. So you said you're speaking like on the competition. Is there any instances where the competition on the field kind of translated off the field to like you guys playing cards or like, I mean, you kind of
100%, 100%. You just reminded me, we used to play cards a lot. And I mean, it was like obviously a bunch of competitive guys. I mean, all the national team guys. Most athletes are, super competitive. And then once, I guess you get a group of athletes that are, fortunate enough to do it at a high level, and it becomes, something more serious. And then the guys, like the mentality is super competitive. So in any little thing, you're competing with the guy next to you. And especially, when you build a relationship where like you're with your best buds and stuff, you always want to be better than them and everything and beat them and everything. So FIFA and I mean, I remember stuff was broken a lot over just little things like card games and yeah, it's crazy.
Is there anyone that comes to mind that like sticks out as the most competitive?
Yeah.
Most competitive. The most competitive, I would say. I gotta think about this one. Trying to recall like all the moments. Yeah.
Because everybody probably
Chris Durkin. That guy.
Chris Durkin.
Different animal. Yeah. That guy's a different breed.
We had him on the show. He was like our 4th ever person on the show, I think.
Really?
He's cool. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, he's doing his thing too. And where is he? Belgium? Yeah, Belgium. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny that he didn't strike. I mean, he seemed like super serious, but I didn't really think of him as like crazy competitive. So that's interesting. He was the captain, right? Or he was at one point at least. Yeah, I could see that.
No, I could see how from like the outside he seems like a more like to himself kind of person, but when he was around us, I mean, we saw him dance like do some crazy stuff, and no, I love him. He's cool. He's super cool.
Yeah. Is there at the national team camp, like when you first go there, are there any like initiation type of things like singing or anything kind of like that?
Yeah, there's usually like with the team when the staff is there, sometimes they'll make you sing. And then, within the players, you make them do something else, something a little more, like silly or whatever, a little more stupid, a little more like childish things. I guess since I was at the first one, I'd never really had to do anything for the national team. At residency, I think there was one. I don't remember doing it though, but I think there was something.
Yeah.
But I don't remember too well.
For the Dynamo though, is there anything like the older guys kind of like pick on the like the young guys?
Because that must be crazy because there's such an age difference. Like with the national team, you guys are at least all the same age.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got like a 30-something-year-old guy versus you when you're like teenager, it's like
it's funny because Minor Figueroa, he's the oldest on the team, and so he had his debut. I think the year I was born, was it? His debut was the year I was born, which so we all
that's
joke
crazy.
about it. Like,
damn, that's a long career.
Yeah. He calls me his son at practice, and he's really cool. And about the initiation thing, it's kind of messed up actually. Now that I think about it, they made me sing like 3 times. I've been
3.
Yeah, so like my first preseason trip was a couple years ago, and then like I had to sing. Then I had to sing another time, and then since last year was my first year that I was like officially signed, they made me sing again. And I mean, what are you gonna tell the guys when they're all older than you and they're all telling you, "Nah, you gotta sing." So whatever.
What are you gonna do?
On the last one, it was just funny. Like I don't know if I got stage fright or what, but I could not stop laughing, and I didn't end up singing. Yeah,
what are you gonna do if you go back after this loan and they make you sing again? Are you gonna do it?
I thought about it already. I thought they're probably gonna make me sing. They're gonna say I'm coming from another team. Whatever.
4 times.
Yeah,
kind of OD.
You just gotta sing some like Dua Lipa. Just get everybody
people going.
Get everybody.
I actually made the mistake of singing Ed Sheeran, and I couldn't hit those notes.
Oh yeah. Nobody's got a voice like him.
I was 16 at the time. My voice was still cracking a little bit. So that was not good.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a tough one. You can't really live up to his voice.
Yeah. So being from Houston, how tight were you when James Harden went to the Nets?
Yeah, you guys boys.
I'm a big NBA fan.
Have you ever met him?
No, I didn't.
You've been out partying with him?
Like clubs? The clubs?
Nah. Obviously super devastated and whatever. Not to make too big of a deal of it. I don't want to say like, oh man, I was crying or something, but I mean, obviously it sucked. I mean, he was kind of like, one of those players where when you watch him and he's on, like he's kind of one of a kind.
He's on, yeah.
So it was super cool watching him. I fortunately got to watch him live a couple times before he left, so that was cool. But I mean, at the same time, like after I just cooled down, I was like, oh, whatever, he's gone to Brooklyn, go get a ring or whatever.
Yeah.
You played too long and at a high level to not have one. So
if they don't not get a ring this year, then
it's crazy.
I don't know, man.
I was surprised that LaMarcus Aldridge retired. I mean, obviously for health conditions, but I was like, it's pretty crazy that they were building a super stacked team. I mean, not to say that they don't already have one, anyways. With that
they got a pretty
Blake Griffin up there and stuff or whatever.
Yeah. No, they got. That's like gotta be that's probably the best roster ever. Honestly, that's gotta be
an all-star team
on paper. At least
it's an all-star team. Yeah, on paper. Might be like too many all-stars.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah. But have you met any like of the Rockets players ever being like?
No, I never met any. I was at the Galleria a few years back. The Galleria is like our biggest mall in Houston. I think it's like top 10 in the US in terms of like how big it is. And then you'll see a lot of celebrities there. I saw Trevor Ariza. But no, I haven't met any.
All right, I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and talk about your loan move now to Charlotte. What are kind of some of your expectations for this season with Charlotte, and how do you see your role in that team developing?
Expectations, I mean, I see, I've talked to some of the guys and stuff, and I could see it for myself that we have a really good squad, really good bunch of guys, and I think we can really compete and win something this season, and that's obviously what we all want to do, and I think it's super doable. My role, I would say, specifically talking about position wise, it's a little different. I'm a center mid, center attacking mid. Sometimes play out on the wing. I know under Tab, I was with him in the national team and stuff, and he likes to use me at the wing sometimes if we need to, kind of coming inside or whatever. And that's what I'm playing here. Coming off, I'm on the left wing, coming inside a lot, and it's a good position. It's not something too new to me, which is cool, but it's a good thing in many ways where like. I'll be in a lot of positions to create things, and then also, I guess playing like a full season, at a different position, it just kind of expands your what would you call it? Like your, I guess like soccer knowledge. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Playing at different positions and stuff, and then yeah, that's pretty much what I had to say about that.
So what would you say if you could pick any position that you would play, what would be your go-to? What would be your most comfortable position to play where you think you can impact the game the most?
The 8 or the 10. The 8 or the 10 for sure.
What number are you? What number did you get for?
Here I'm number 8.
Okay. Number 8? I was gonna say they give you like a 78 or whatever.
No. No, I got number 8.
Right,
one of my favorite numbers. So
that's what I wear for my college team. So that's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it's a nice number. What'd you play? What'd you guys play? Both of you play soccer?
Yeah. I played for a club team. I played academy for 1 year. My team only had U14 academy, and then I played like National League and stuff. Now I play for Emory University in Atlanta.
I played over in Germany for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, relax.
In the youth academy.
Is that where you got the hat from?
Yeah, I gave that to him actually.
It's signed by him.
And then I quit. I was like, I want to go to school and just focus on.
He wants to become a podcaster.
Yeah,
he quit soccer to podcast.
Yeah. No. I mean, I played and then I go to school at UC Berkeley now, and I'm about to graduate. But I play on like the club team here. I didn't play on like the actual team, but.
Chuck, you're older, right? You look a little older. I hope I'm right on that.
Yeah,
he's 1 year.
That's funny because the last guy we had on, Heath, he said the opposite. He said he would have thought.
It's because I got the facial hair. That's why.
Nah, that's not fooling me.
Nah.
We're really close though. We're
year apart,
20
ish,
months,
a little over a year. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any siblings, Marcelo?
I'm the youngest of 7, man.
Youngest of seven.
Youngest of 7.
Any of them play, your siblings?
Yeah, so like the second oldest and third oldest played a while back, and then the one that's closest to me in age, he's 5 years older than me, and he played for the Dynamo Academy, and then he went to HBU, a D1 school in Houston, and he was a good player. He was like a number 6, CDM, and it was cool having him and like kind of training with him. He'd always kick the hell out of me. So that was good,
Yeah. What's the age range? How old is your oldest sibling? How much older is your oldest sibling?
17 years.
17 years. Wow. So you probably that's like a aunt to you then, right? Like that's such a large difference.
Yeah. So like, cool. I like to tell people I'm pretty cultured when it comes to like music and stuff. They always come up to me. This happened the other day in the locker room. They were playing like Biggie and Tupac, and they're like, "What you know about this?" I was like, "I know a lot about this." Like,
I've been listening to that since birth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you have any family in North Carolina?
No, I don't. No. The only family I have is in Texas, and then I got like one family member in Florida, and then the rest are in Colombia. But most of them are here in Texas.
So do you play any games in Texas? Like, is your family gonna be able to see you play at all this year?
So fortunately for me, my parents, they're gonna be coming a lot. I have a 2-bedroom here, and so they'll be here a lot. And I mean, it helps me out a lot because since my mom left like 2 weeks ago, I mean, I gotta cook, and it's cool. It's cool for a little bit, and I like cooking. Watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay and stuff, but It's not it, man. After like 5 days of cooking, you just get tired. I can't even tell you how many times I forgot to take the chicken out, like before practice, and I get home and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to eat. And I have nothing made. I'm nothing ready. Yeah.
I think that happens to everybody.
Yeah.
So
I'm
what?
ready. I want to come back.
You hit that Uber Eats now or what?
Oh man, all the time. They're getting a little expensive. I don't like it.
Yeah.
When I first got Uber Eats, like now they have all these like fees on there. But when I first got it,
bro, the fees are crazy.
When I first got it, there was no fees, and they would do like every like hour it'd be like a different restaurant, be free delivery. And then you would get it for like the actual price it was of like going just ordering there. So there was like I would just do that and it would be like the same price. And then
how would they do that
though? Like double. So you get something for like $8.99, then you got to pay delivery for like $3. You got to tip the guys like $2, $3. I don't know.
Then the Uber Eats fee, they throw their own fee on there.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you end up paying like $24 for an $8 meal.
Yeah, not worth it. I mean, it is if like every now and then, but like, dude, that shit adds up. I can't afford that. Yeah. No way. That drains my account. I would do that at school all the time. Like if you come back from going out or whatever, and you need food, but it's like that shit just adds up and adds up and adds up.
Yes.
Yeah, you just gotta get creative in the kitchen and just like put random things together at that point.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with the chicken and rice.
I actually have a piece of steak that I left out from this morning. I haven't brought it in. I got Chipotle for lunch.
Nice.
Damn. Wait, so do you have a car in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
We drove with my parents. We pulled my car with my dad's truck. So nice. I definitely needed a car.
Do they put you up in a crib there, or you got to rent your own thing?
No, they put us in a apartment complex. There's like three other guys here, and It's cool because they're super new. I don't think anyone lived in this specific room too. I think they were just made like this year or something. So it's real nice.
Damn, that's nice though. You got a 2-bedroom. That's crazy. Yeah.
What's it like then? I'm like just moving to a new place, and then like I mean, obviously you have your friends on the soccer team, but are you like making friends with anybody outside?
No, I'm
COVID, bro.
I'm a homebody. So, yeah, that too. But to begin with, I'm a homebody, and like even when I was back home and pre-COVID and all that stuff, like I wouldn't really go out, only to like hang out with my girlfriend or sometimes go out with my family. But I just prefer staying at home, and But if I do go out, I have a lot of fun. I'm not like someone that's shy or whatever. I'm easy going with people, and I can easily make a conversation with someone. So, but I just, I don't know. I don't go out too much.
Yeah.
But, speaking of mentioning your girlfriend, Cole Bassett gave me a story about one time you guys were on a national team trip and you were on the phone with your girlfriend, and he made a comment in the background that got you in the doghouse with her or something like that. Is that true?
That's so true. Oh my God. He brought up one of my exes, I think is what it was or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, no. He said, is that I forgot who he said. Is that blank chick?
Yeah.
And I was like, it was so bad.
Bro. You're like, bro, what?
That's Cole for you. He kind of does stuff like that,
Did he do it on purpose?
Did he do it on purpose? I don't think so. I hope not.
Just lack of awareness.
Yeah, lack of awareness. And from a center mid.
Come on, yeah, you gotta have it.
Those are like the intangibles that FIFA doesn't pick up on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I need that. On 2K, they have intangibles, but you don't have that on FIFA.
Yeah. All right, I got a question. What is your favorite goal you've ever scored?
Yes, I've been waiting for this one.
Because I got your favorite goal you ever scored. I got it picked out, so I just want to hear yours.
Your favorite goal of mine?
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite goal, I think, and this is a little harder than I thought because I don't know if I want to go with like emotionally, like or like moment of the game or against a certain opponent or the one that looked the prettiest. I'd say it probably had to be that one against New England Revolution in the Florida Showcase, where like we took a short free kick like almost by the halfway line, and then I hit it over the goalie's head.
Yeah, that was
fortunately I don't know what the goalie was doing. I saw him talking with like his center back, and so I was like, okay, I mean, why not? And I took it, and it's funny, like the coach was like, what the, and then he's watching the ball pass by and it goes in the net. He's like, all right.
Yeah, no, that was mine. And I was gonna say, like, did you have a word with the cameraman? Because he kind of missed the shot a little bit.
And I don't know who was. Yeah, he was sleeping. I caught him slacking. And
yeah, it was so quick. You even caught the goalie. I mean, the camera guy.
I scored another goal like that, like a couple years before that, and the same thing. The cameraman was sleeping.
Damn, man, that's tough because that would have been sick. I mean, you can still tell what happened, but it missed the ball like traveling in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best part was like you didn't even celebrate. You're just like,
I wasn't having too good of a game, so.
Yeah.